Good morning and welcome to ABC in the Morning live on ABC News GH. I am Abuna Manti. We are grateful that you've joined us this morning, Tuesday, 17th December 2024. It's a fine morning and I know that you're looking forward to the day. Let's start your day on a very beautiful note with ABC in the Morning. We'll bring you discussions that you would enjoy, discussions that will enrich you and make you better for yourselves. Today, we'll bring you Front Story. We'll bring you the latest in sports, some health tips, business fix. Ghana Speaks, where your voice matters, and it is your voice alone we want to hear. We'll open the phone lines on 0539161609. You can call us when it is time and share your thoughts with us. We'll also bring you politics today, where we will analyze something political that we know you would love. So you will stick and stay with us here on ABC News GH. Even when you're leaving home, rest assured you can still watch us. Our YouTube channel is ABC News GH and we're streaming live on YouTube. Just go on YouTube, type ABC News GH, subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so that anytime we are live, you too can enjoy everything we have here on ABC News GH. Our social media handles ABC News GH _ at ABC News GH _ and for every news you need, you should visit our website www.abcnewsgh.com www.abcnewsgh.com. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back with Front Story. Front Story this morning, we're looking at the aftermath of the elections and all of the post-electoral offenses that we've seen happening. In the aftermath of the December 7 elections, the nation finds itself grappling with heightened tensions as controversial results have left some constituencies undeclared. The situation has fueled unrest with reports of violent incidents across multiple regions. Acts of vandalism and attacks on key public institutions have raised concerns about public safety and electoral accountability. In Ayensuano constituency, the Electoral Commission's office was set ablaze, an incident that culminated in the arrest of some 15 individuals linked to the disturbances and arson. The accused were granted bail yesterday to reappear before courts in January, prompting public outcry over perceived leniency and the long-standing issue of electoral violence going unpunished. Many believe that perpetrators operate with a sense of impunity, believing their political affiliations will shield them from any consequences. Other flashpoints include Nyampala, where a fatal shooting was reported, and in Swamadredri, where disturbances disrupted community activities. In Dogkwabenya, the police facilities were besieged and vandalized, further underscoring the precarious state of security in certain constituencies in the nation. The attack on the Member of Parliament for the Ablekuma West constituency, Esla Owusu-Ekofo, has heightened fears about the safety of political figures during and after elections. In response, the Ghana Police Service released a statement on Tuesday, December 10, 2024, confirming that 106 suspects have been arrested and are currently undergoing due legal processes. The police assured the public of their commitment to ensure justice is served, with all suspects assisting in ongoing investigations. These events draw parallels to the findings of the Emil Short Commission's report on the 2019 Ayawaso West Wuogon by-election and the violence that ensued. The Commission's recommendations aimed at addressing electoral violence remain a reference point, with critics questioning the extent of their implementation. These critical issues demand urgent attention as Ghana's democratic reputation hangs in the balance. Stakeholders are calling for stronger measures to address electoral violence, ensure timely declaration of results, and hold perpetrators accountable to restore public trust in the electoral process. To ensure public trust in the electoral process. And it is not news at this time if anybody has been following the elections that after the elections we've seen some violence across. We have seen it. And this has raised concerns. Yesterday, in our conversation with Paul Abrampa of the CDD, he mentioned that it was rather unfortunate that prior to the elections and all of the things we said about the lead-up being a good one, unfortunately, just into the elections, the actions that have come up have undermined the peace that we enjoy in the country. The violence that erupted during counting and even during the process itself has tainted the electoral process that we so hold dearly, to the point where coalition centers were relocated to avoid any issues. Look on your screens and you see the Electoral Commission's office in Ayenswano set ablaze by disgruntled supporters of political parties. What does this mean for us? And these people, will they really face the law? Would they face the full rigors of the law? When some of them were granted bail, others raised concerns because why should they be granted bail? Why should they be granted bail? That's a question people are asking. In any case, it's well within their rights to be given bail, but some think that in granting them bail, we're giving others the opportunity to feel comfortable about certain actions. But beyond all of these, will we see that they face the full rigors of the law? And that is what many are expecting. We'll have conversations on this so that we can better understand everything that has happened. Richard Kumado is a security expert. He joins us for a conversation. Hello, Richard. Good morning. And thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
Richard, we are still on the conversation on the post-elections, all of the activities, the actions that have taken place by some unscrupulous persons, setting EC officers on fire, these terrible actions here and there. With all of these recent acts of vandalism and shootings, how does this reflect on Ghana's electoral security framework?
No, for global image purposes, it has dent our image when it comes to elections. But for internal and regional peace, it means that there are issues of insecurity within our country, predominantly what happens in West Africa. For internally or as local observers of this election, it means that we didn't do certain things properly. We knew this was going to happen if you follow elections in Ghana for some time. Why the police will not act appropriately by arresting people and prosecuting them publicly is something we need to review when the dust has settled. But overall, we haven't done so much well when it comes to public safety challenges in relation to election and election-related violence in this country. But if you remember, I've always maintained the fact that non-punishable of offenses will always rationalize bad behavior and promote antisocial tendencies in society. This is one of those typical instances where we have let our guards down as a nation.
And nation. 15 offenders in Ayenswano have been granted bail. Citizens have expressed concerns about accountability and that this is sending a signal to people that they can do anything and be granted bail even after it's clearly shown that they are the ones who have done it. You have also mentioned that there needs to be a public accountability for all of these. How should the justice system balance swift prosecution with the protection of rights during politically charged times such as this?
We've had problems with our justice system over the years. There need to be a reformation. There need to be some reforms. We need to benchmark what the justice system does in terms of how effective it has been when it comes to crime prevention and crime prosecution. Then we can also benchmark what the police, who are the leading prosecutors, will do when it comes to crime and crime-related investigations and prosecutions. Inconclusive crime investigations could make innocent people suffer unnecessarily, which goes against their right. That is one side of the argument. But when you also arrest the wrong people and you leave those who critically committed a crime, that is another one. Then when cases get to court and they are not given attention, or the evidence adduced are non-evidence that can be admitted in court, then you are creating another problem. So you have about 3 to 4 layers of the problem you need to look at. I have always called for crime justice unit within the judicial service or within the police service, which will benchmark the work of the police and benchmark the input of the justice system in the crime prevention in this country. Until we are able to do that, then you will see that innocent people will suffer unnecessarily, and they will be the one who will be arrested when the kingpins of the crime will be let go, and particularly when they have money or political influence to buy their way through.
But now this issue it's like Ghanaians have become quite disaffected when it comes to these issues. We've seen it over and over during our election cycles that people just look at it as a norm. If we want to set Ghana as a place where there's zero tolerance for election-related violence or these actions that mar our elections, what really should we be doing? Because look at the Emil Short Commission's report.
So it's a simple thing. Arrest people, prosecute them. Simple. Arrest people, prosecute them. Arrest people, investigate, you get the evidence, prosecute them. It settles everybody, and everybody play by the rules on the same level playing field. Until you are able to do that, rule of law will not work. And where there's no rule of law, there will be no accountability and there will be no compliance. So the risks of living here and the risks of doing business, such as elections and any other thing, become very high for everybody to pay.
Okay. If the Emil Short Commission's report or recommendations had been adhered to as the commission had expected, could it have prevented some of the current happenings or the state of arrest we're feeling?
Not at all.
Okay.
To some extent, yes, but not at all, because that is a single incident. We are talking about a national election that has consistently produced violence and created displacement for people. So yeah, that is one of them, but then consistently you're having problem with your electoral process, you're having problem with managing the outcomes of the elections, you're having problem with crimes related to violence and many of those things. It is simple. Arrest the people, investigate and prosecute them. You'll be fine.
Okay. Arrest the people, investigate and prosecute them. We are still trying to find a balance for these elections, seeing that some constituencies are still undeclared. The EC will be looking into it and declaring those ones. And we're also entering into the Christmas season, where people let down their guards. Looking at the security of the nation, what should individuals in their own homes do to beef up their own security, to make sure that their security senses are heightened and not fall prey to any unscrupulous people who may use the current happenings to do any terrible things, perpetrate any terrible things?
Okay, so as individuals preparing for Christmas and New Year, take your personal security seriously. In doing so, what it means is that check your logs and make sure they are properly done. A stranger is not your friend. Take your social media life seriously, and we encourage people to live a hygienic social media lifestyle. People you meet on social media are not your friends and family until you know who they are. Then number 3, do a proper financial due diligence. Lack of due diligence will mean that you will hand over your family inheritance to strangers and criminals. Then the 4th one, keep your mouth shut on personal things that belongs to you and your family. Then the 5th one, when your back is against the wall, call the police. And the last one, if you want to engage in public engagements and public activities, then make sure you go with somebody, or let somebody in your family know exactly where you are and where you are going. And it helps in several ways.
You mentioned do a proper financial due diligence. Can we break that down for the understanding of
when you want to engage in a financial transaction, particularly purchasing of goods and services online, check the website you are purchasing from and check the goods. Don't send money to people when you haven't seen the goods delivered and you are not sure that is what you purchased. When Momo transfers and all that, make sure you are dealing with the people you know and the right people. When people send you a message that somebody is dead or something, send money, make sure you find out to be very sure. When you are dealing in high-level value transactions that involves a lot of money, check it properly before you click the send button.
Right. Richard, before we let you go, we want to look at some long-term steps that we must prioritize to ensure that we build trust in our electoral system. It is no news that some people still do not have any trust in the system.
This is the worst election I've seen since 1992. It needs an overhauling. The Electoral Commission and the people who manage it have circumvented the rules and breached the procedural standards, and that is why you're having the excesses. There need to be a close look at what went wrong, a review mechanism, and that is the only way we can say we got it wrong here, we got it right here. But if you look at what is happening now, 2024, when you started from 1992, then you have failed yourself, and the blame goes, the responsibility goes rise to the people who manage the elections. And of course, public safety challenges has been a major issue in this country. Whoever becomes the IGP, if we are maintaining Dampare fine, whoever becomes the IGP, we need to look at public safety challenges again. It doesn't promote good governance, it doesn't promote safety environment for our kids to go around having fun. And as a nation, we might be dwindling in that area. So those are the things we need to go. Public education is also important so that the general public are aware of what is happening and what they can also do to contribute. And then you are talking about the media giving the right information at the right time to the right people.
You mentioned that if they will maintain Dampare fine, do you have, are you confident that he will be maintained? And if he is maintained, will you be happy about that?
Yes, I will seriously be happy, except to say that I don't know what Dampare was doing at Tesano police station. I don't know where he was when yesterday, middle of the night, some police officers are attempted moving ballot papers from one location to another. Those are not things Dampare should be getting involved in. He's a straightforward guy, he's a serious person, he should be seen to be doing things seriously. Particularly when you live in a glass house, you don't throw a stone. And if you want to throw a stone, look at the size of the stone and the distance you are throwing it at. When people are against you and everybody is criticizing your job, you will need to rise above high levels of professionalism. And professionalism is both your conduct and your action. And I think some of the actions of the police officers who reports to Dampare or for whom he has to take responsibility might be misconducting themselves, and he could pay the price for that.
Right. We are grateful for your time, Richard, and we're looking forward to more conversations about the security of the nation.
Thank you. I'm in church. I want to pray for you and for Ghana and for everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. So that's Richard Kumado. He is a security expert. We've been having conversations about the post-electoral offenses. He says that all of these have tainted our image globally. However, it also shows that we have internal issues about security. We should look at it properly. And entering into the Christmas, he's preferred some things he believes we should do to make sure that we take care of our security properly. We should take our security seriously and maintain a personal security hygiene, and that's what he says. Do a proper financial due diligence to make sure that during the Christmas you are not giving your money to someone and then you suffer for it. And he's looking forward to the retaining of Dampare as the IGP. The IGP, George Akuffo Dampare, he is looking forward to him being retained. We will see that when the next government takes over. But that's all for Front Story this morning on ABC in the morning. We'll take a short break. When we come back, Derek Omikisi is on hand to bring us the latest in sports. And Eric Melo Chunibwa will also bring us some health tips. Stay with us.
Well, good morning and welcome to your go-to sports for all things sports here on ABC in the morning. We've got the latest highlight from the Ghana Premier League and the just concluded CAF Award. From thrilling goals to unforgettable moments, it's all coming up right here. So let's dive straight into the world of sports. As the Pando Bay's Hearts of Lion is top of the 2024-25 Ghana Premier League season after 13 weeks. Now, the Ghanaian top flight league campaign resumed over the weekend after a brief suspension to make the way for the 2024 general election on December 7. At the end of the week 13 games, there have been changes in the league table as a result of different results secured by various participating clubs. On the match day, Hearts of Lions put up a resilient performance to defeat defending champions FC Samatex by a goal to nil, having badged the huge 3 points. Hearts of Lions and the right to stay top of the Ghana Premier League table with 24 points with a higher goal difference. The team lead the Pale ahead of BBN Gold Stars also with 24 points. The two other teams in the top four include Bichim United and Nations FC, whilst Asante Kotoko and Heart of Oak are just outside the top four. The team involved in early relegation battles include Accra Lions, Dreams FC and Legon Cities. All 18 participating clubs will be eager to win their next games in the Ghana Premier League. From that, let's head to the just ended CAF Award, where Nigerian forward Ademola Lookman has been crowned the Men's African Player of the Year at the 2024 CAF Award. The prestigious ceremony took place in Morocco, celebrating the finest talent in African football and the exceptional contribution over the past year. Lookman, who plays for Atalanta in Italy, edged out strong contenders including South Africa's Rowan Williams, Morocco's Akrat Hakimi, Guinea's Sarah Guirassy, and Cote d'Ivoire Simon Adingra to claim the coveted title. His outstanding display during the 2023 African Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire were crucial in securing his honor. This honor. Now, Ademola Lookman was instrumental in Nigeria's journey to the final, demonstrating skills, resilience, and a knack for delivery in critical moments. Now, the full list of winners at the 2024 CAF Awards. For the Men's Player of the Year, we know it goes to Ademola Lookman from Nigeria. Women's Player of the Year goes to Barbara Banda from Zambia. Now, Goal of the Year goes to Mabululu from Angola. Men's Coach of the Year goes to Imes Faye from Cote d'Ivoire. Women's Coach of the Year goes to Lamia Boumadi from Morocco. Men's Goalkeeper of the Year goes to Rowan Williams from South Africa. Women's Goalkeeper of the Year goes to Chiamaka Nandozi from Nigeria. Men's Interclub of the Year goes to Rowan Williams from South Africa. Women's Interclub of the Year goes to Sena Masodi from Morocco. Men's Club of the Year goes to Ali in Egypt. Women's Club of the Year goes to TP Mazembe, DR Congo. Now, Men's National Team of the Year was Cote d'Ivoire. Women's National Team of the Year was Nigeria. Men's Young Player of the Year was Lamine Camara from Senegal. Women's Young Player of the Year went to Doha El Madani from Morocco. Now, let's take a listen to the Men's Player of the Year, Ademola Lookman.
I want to say a few words in my language. Ekale Nigeria Monki Boboyi Eshe Modukwe. Firstly, I want to thank Almighty God for everything that he's been doing in my life and everything he's been blessing me with. I want to thank the president. I want to thank all my teammates, club and country. I want to thank them for their support and the love that they give me. This award today is a blessing to me, to my family, to my nation, and to be recognized as the best player in Africa. It's something incredible, and I'm extremely proud of. Just over 4 years ago, I failed in front of the world, and fast forward 4 years, I'm the best player in Africa. I want to say to all the young children and people watching this, don't let your failures weigh you down, that they break your wings. But in fact, turn your pain into your power.
The CAF Award, Ghanaian football star Mohamed Kudus has earned a spot in the prestigious 2024 CAF FIFPro Men's Best 11 at the CAF Awards in Morocco. The event recognized Africa's top football talent and their exceptional performance over the past year. Kudus is the only Ghanaian player included in the elite lineup, underscoring his impressive form for both West Ham United and the Ghana national team. His standout display at the 2023 FIFA Cup of Nations in Cote d'Ivoire, where the delivery memorable and crucial. Now playing a key role in this recognition, joining him in the star-studded team are African football legends such as Mohamed Salah, Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman, highlighting the continent's wealth of football talent.
This is the man you got to worry about. Oh my word! Kudus! There's the man! He's back! Here it comes. Nabali Beckman's chance goal! Frank Kessier! To make history, it isn't, because Salah has brought Egypt level. Salah, it's in the back of the net, Salah scored! There's lots in front of the left foot, yes there is, Osimhen. Salah, the delivery comes in.
Well, that's your football run-up for today on ABC in the morning. Well, do log on our website at www.abcnewsgh.com for more sports updates. I am Derek Kumi Kisiedu.
It's about 300 billion.
This is where the headlines are probed. Policies scrutinized through an objective lens with an unbiased approach to every discussion. Key in to a series of pulsating conversations with the hard questions.
Why do you still want to run when you have failed?
I haven't. What do you mean by failed?
In-depth analysis of policy proposals.
If it is a temporary program, why do we want to still create another gold reserve exchange program also to address a temporary issue?
If you introduce a temporary measure and you realize that the temporary measure works and is sustainable, you have to rethink whether or not it should just be temporary.
And every agenda and positions intellectually debated to set the record straight.
Look, you still don't answer the question now.
Go on.
Question is, if Article 78(1) is anything to go by, your ministers of state largely are supposed to come from the parliament.
Yes.
The law says that not less than 10 and not more than 19. So these are your cabinet, your ministers of state you're going to get. How do you intend to resolve? Have you thought about managing that header?
Absolutely. If I hadn't, I probably would not get on the parade to do this.
On Focus on ABC, we focus on the matter, the personality, and the answer beyond the rhetoric. Focus on ABC shows every Thursday at 7 p.m. only on ABC News Ghana television.
Hello there, welcome to the health segment on ABC in the morning. I am Eric Chunebwa Melo and I'm here to share some important health updates with you. Just as I do always, it's very much interesting and I'm here to once again do the same thing. So what do you know about eating fruit and vegetables? Well, I bet most of you have less or little knowledge about eating or the importance of fruit. So let me help you out, okay? So what are the health benefits of eating fruit and vegetables also? We will teach you all of that here. So the nutrition world is filled with controversy about which fruits are healthy and the what to consume and which ones are not. However, there's more food groups. Most everyone I can also agree on that is fruit and vegetable. Now, produce is an also important part of the healthy diet, and we should also be eating more fruit of them. A diet rich in fruit and vegetables can also reduce the risk of heart disease and stroke, lower blood pressure, and also prevent some types of cancer. According to the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, they did a research and they say that the strongest evidence for benefit of fruit and vegetable is that regarding the prevention of cardiovascular disease, it says, that's according to Dr. Sherrill, he says that this could also help prevent cardiovascular disease. Now, the Space Force consultant dietitian also made emphasis on that, and a study also published in the International Journal of Epidemiology, found that people who ate about 7 out of 18 ounces of fruit once and a veggie a day also were about 16% less likely to also die from cardiovascular disease, including heart attack disease or any form of disease. And people who also ate less than 1.5 ounces daily were also not in that category of getting heart or cardiovascular disease. Now, fruit and vegetables are packed with essential nutrients, including vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants. Well, a lot of people really do not know exactly what this means. So they say, why do I even have to eat fruit when I have to eat my heavy meal and all of that? Well, fruit, if you do a custom fruit in your daily, I should say, portions of food, it will help you. Now, these bodily function, protect against diseases, and promote overall well-being. Regularly also consumption of a variety of fruit and vegetables in your healthy daily pattern can also help you a lot. Now, just as you see on your screens, you don't always have to be eating anything. You have to know what fruit works for you. Some fruit contains acid, so you just have to know the nutrients that the benefits you can also get from it, so you don't also compromise your health. So fruit can boost your immune functions or system, and high levels of vitamin C and A are found in many fruit and vegetables and strengthen your immune system. For instance, orange, for instance, can be considered in this particular situation. Vitamin C, it gives you vitamin C and all of that. It also improves your digestion. Dietary fiber aids to your digestion and also prevents constipation and promotes a healthy microbiome. Now, most of you do complain that when you visit the washroom or the giant, you're unable to ease out properly. It's either, I mean, it's early, I don't want to ruin your food or your breakfast, so let me just consider that part. But just before you wake up and you want to visit the washroom, just to release all the unwanted waste from your system, some of you, it's very difficult because you don't eat fruit. You always would have to fight with your washroom. You have to sit for long or someone is waiting for you. Hurry up and get out from the place. Because you don't eat fruit, you're always stuck over there. So kindly incorporate eating of fruit over there. It also lowers your disease risk. So antioxidants and phytochemicals reduce inflammation and lower the risk of your chronic disease such as heart attack or heart cancer and diabetes. Now, people living with diabetes, I'm sure most of you know that fruit and vegetables is recommended. Your doctors will tell you that eating fruit, in fact, you should eat more fruit than any other food, okay? So it's very much important. I don't know which fruit works for you, but I have my specific fruit I eat. I love to eat a lot. Without it, I am always quite not so comfortable. So I know what works for me and I take it as and when. Again, fruit supports your weight management and also low in calories but also high in volume. Now, fruit and vegetables can also help you feel full and satisfied, aiding in weight control. So it doesn't mean that the more you eat food, it means that that one is going to make you gain weight. Fruit also can make you gain a lot of weight. It can also make your system, or in fact your skin, look so smooth, fresh and very beautiful. I've seen a lot of people complain that when they eat fruit, it's like they are still hungry. It's because you don't know the portions of fruit you have to take to also help your digestion. You want to eat every single thing, which may not be so balanced. You can't be mixing acidic fruit to non-acidic fruit. It's not so helpful. So just know which one you're taking at what particular time, and it can also work for you. Now, that notwithstanding, we should also emphasize that no single fruit or vegetable provides all the nutrients you need. So to be healthy, you also would have to recommend to eat a balanced diet and eat a rainbow. When I say rainbow, as you can see the displays on your screen, just mixed, you have a little portion of banana, right? On your plate, a little bit of pineapple. Well, that's quite acidic, but you can know how to manage them. A little bit of, pawpaw here, portions of fruit, a variety of colors to also increase your intake of different nutrients, and that will also benefit in various areas of your health. Again, make fruit and vegetables easily accessible. For instance, stock a lot of fruit in your fridge. It's very important, okay? I went to someone's house and I said I wanted some fruit, and I opened the fridge and it was filled with alcohol. Well, unfortunately, maybe that's what the person is much interested in, but hey, let fruit be inside your fridge, or you can just stock a lot of fruit inside your house. It can really, really help. You don't know when you would need it, so keep a bowl of fresh fruit visible and place a bowl of fresh fruit on your kitchen counter or your dining table to also encourage snacking on a healthy option. For instance, when you walked out from your office and you're back from the office to your house, you don't really have to go to the kitchen and start cooking your heavy food. Once you wash your hands and you take some fruit, be sure you will be done and good to go to also help you with digestion. Also, pre-cut and store vegetables, pre-cut vegetables like carrot, bell pepper and celery, and also store them in clear containers at eye level and your refrigerator. Also, before I wrap up, you have to incorporate fruit and vegetables into every meal and make sure that breakfast is also taken. Some of you can also take breakfast fruit as your fruit and vegetables as your breakfast. I would recommend that you take that, and also choose your lunch with some salads with variety of colorful vegetables or an extra vegetable to also help your sandwich or a wrap. So dinner also may also include at least different vegetables with 2 main courses. For instance, you can try steaming, roasting, or stir frying, or variety of the fruit you see on your screens. Then on snacks, you can also choose fruit and vegetables. You can stick with what can help for you. I would prefer banana. I love banana a lot. I do love bananas a lot. So you can also experiment with all these new recipes, and vegetable-centric dishes can also help. So we can explore recipe that highlights vegetable as the main component, such as vegetable stir fries, rotational of stuffing of bell pepper. It's very good. Fruit infused desserts can also create a healthy dessert for you, featuring fruits like salads such as baked apples and berry, pepper fields, and other interesting fruit. You can also incorporate over the yogurt, Greek yogurt. I don't know if most of you or some of you do like it, but you can also incorporate. But in conclusion, all I'm trying to say is integrating more fruit and vegetables into your diet does not mean or does not have any daunting task on you. According to the USDA, it's very excellent in terms of resources on portions of foods and tip sheets, as well as the nutrition and health benefit of fruit and vegetables. So by making small and consistent changes and exploring new ways to prepare and enjoy, you can also significantly enhance your health and well-being. Remember that the Air Force provides resources like registered dietitians and nutrition technicians who can also offer personalized guidance. Whether you like it or not, fruit is very much healthy to our system. Well, that's all for health tips this morning. I am Eric Chuniabua Melo. Do want to once again follow us for another insightful conversation in terms of health. ABC in the Morning continues shortly. Ghana Speaks is up next.
This is where the headlines are probed, policies scrutinized through an objective lens with an unbiased approach to every discussion. Key in to a series of pulsating conversations